once I've got it captured, you notice I'm leaving some space in between my rubber strips. I've got rubber strip and space and rubber strip and space. You know what? I'm going to wipe that off anyway just to get a better view of the crack. I want to see where the crack, see how it mended. Yeah, it's good. The crack's right there and I can see it. When I put pressure in, which I'm going to do with a clamp here in a minute, I can tell better. I can tell even more how well it mended. Now I may add to this rubber strip. I don't know. For right now I'm going to tie it off and put some pressure on the end of it. You just roll it up underneath itself and it ties off. Okay, you can see where the crack is. You can see where that crack was right along in where my fingernail is. And this way it needs to come together just a little bit more, and I'm going to put pressure on it with a clamp. I don't have much pressure on this clamp here. I probably don't have 10-15 pounds on that. It's just something to keep it from spreading back apart. But these little straps, when you put, say you put 5-6 pounds on each wrap, it compounds. And these straps pull a whole lot more than you think they might. To tie them off, you just lift one of those loops up and run this one underneath it, and that's good enough. Okay, this is 5-minute epoxy, but that's just an initial set, and it takes really, I give them about 10-12 hours to cure. And so I'm going to come back and see this thing in a little bit. Okay, this is the next day. See, this whole thing's going to get rechecked, refinished, take all the little dings out. He told me himself that he uses it, and he uses it fairly hard. But what I'm after is how well did the damage mend. And that crack came right across here, around there, and around there, and that part of it, I'll know more when I sand it. That part of it looks really good, really, really good. I've got there's a little place right there that I'm not sure about till I get it sanded and refinished. Might be a little bit of a bump right there that I really wish wasn't there, but when I sand that, see, I'll have to pick all this epoxy out of the checking, because once epoxy gets in, you can just take like a little pick, little dental pick, or a knife point or something. You just don't want to gouge it deeper than what you're going to be recutting the checking is what I gotta be concerned about. I've got to recut the checking and clean that out. So I'm going to clean this up and get back to it. Get back to you here in just a little bit. This is Mineral Spirits paint thinner. See, when this thing broke, he put duct tape, some sort of tape around it to keep it together till he got it back to me. So I'm just cleaning off that residue. I've got some epoxy residue inside where this top tang goes, and I'm just going to lift it out. Just take off the excess that squirted out in there and just lift it away. I'm not going to cut it. I'll get my edge of this chisel under it and just kind of pry it off. Just put pressure on it to come off of there. Now there's a hole that goes down through here, comes down, and the screw goes in from the bottom, and that hole is full of epoxy. So I've got to re-drill that hole. This is the hole right here I'm talking about. and it's still visible. You can see stuff inside of it, but on the top, it's completely packed full. Instead of drilling that hole out, I'm going to try to just tap that plug. It's like a plug. I'm try to tap it loose, just jar it. It don't seem to want to jar. I may have to drill it out. All right, this drill bit is smaller than that hole, so I may have to enlarge that, but I want to get the middle of it cleaned out so I don't force a drill bit off out of the channel that was once there. This is a little plug that was sitting up there. When I drilled that out, I didn't take it as big diameter as the original hole. I went smaller, but this plug is stuck. Right there it is. Okay. See, at some point I'm going to try to put this thing all together, and then if I need to ooch those holes, I can. Forward or backward or whatever they need to be. Okay, this top portion where all the inletting is seems clear and clean. It seems clean enough to do what I got to do. I don't see anything else left in there. The bottom is pretty clean as well. There's a little tiny bit of glue right over in here. I'm going to put this trigger guard in place and clean out that screw hole that holds the trigger guard on, and because that's right in the middle of the crack. The crack went right through that screw hole. That's where it broke. And then I'll clean all this checking out. See this stuff, this checking is just, it's full of oil, and so epoxy will not stick to oil. See, I can just lift that epoxy right off of that checking. It comes out all the way down into it, and I'll do that more delicately with a point or a pick, or even take a checking tool and just run back down it. This is going to work well. See, this is the screw that goes in that trigger guard. I'll see if it'll go in there, how well it goes in. Make sure it's not trying to lean off to one side or the other. So far, so good. It's got good tension on it. It's not like it's stripped out or anything. The threads are going in with proper tension. I feel good about that. I'm okay with that one. All right, I'm gonna try to reassemble it now and see if everything lines back up with the metal. On this particular shotgun, the safety has to be in the back position to assemble it because of where this little push rod is, push bar. This pushes up against the backs of the triggers and keeps them forward when the safety is on. So this has clearance underneath here, but only enough when the safety's back. And these two springs are, this is a really snug, tight fitting gun. You have to follow its rules, putting it together and taking it apart. All right, the top tang is in, and it fits cleanly all the way around. There's no gaps, there's no high spots. It's good. Okay, now let's flip it over and see about the bottom. Now, I'm not going to put all the sears and the pin and all that stuff together right now. I just want to make sure that the two outside pieces will go together. This thing is intact, it's in good shape, triggers work. The safety has to be back to put this in. There's something hitting.